Hi, this is Morley, and this is the M-Wire. So guess what? Our ever-loving 45 has responded to being criminally investigated by New York Attorney General. It's not enough that they're going after him in a civil case. No. They have to fabricate some sort of wacky charges about his business dealings and go after him now. But did we expect any less? Of course not, folks. I'm sure I speak for you all when I say that I actually miss 45 speaking. After he was gone, it was just strange to not hear him speak regularly. So in the spirit of that, when we go over 45's response, just imagine it's his voice you're hearing instead of mine. Last night, via a statement from the New York Attorney General to the media, the world learned that 45's business, the organization, is under criminal investigation, despite the claim that the organization was informed of the news privately. 45 reveals that he learned the development from the media. I have just learned through leaks in the mainstream media that after being under investigation from the time I came down the escalator 5.5 years ago, including the fake Russia hoax, the 2-year, $48 million no collusion Mueller witch hunt, impeachment hoax number 1, impeachment hoax number 2, and others, that the Democrat New York Attorney General has informed my organization that their investigation is no longer a civil matter, but a potentially a criminal investigation working with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, wrote 45 in a statement released moments ago. One thing about 45, he always had an aptitude to surmise a situation just by using a few sentences. Like, he basically assessed his entire presidency in just a few sentences from campaigning to the termination of it. There is nothing more corrupt than an investigation that is in desperate search of a crime. But make no mistake, this is exactly what's happening here, he added. The Attorney General of New York literally campaigned on prosecuting 45 even before she knew anything about me. She said that if elected, she would use her office to look into every aspect of my real estate dealings. She swore that she would definitely sue me. She boasted on video that she would be, and I quote, a real pain in the ass. She declared, just wait until I'm in the Attorney General's office and I've got my eyes on 45 Tower. She also promised that if elected, she would join with law enforcement and other attorney generals across the nation in removing 45 from office, and it's important that everyone understand that the days of 45 are coming to an end. 45 also described his former attorney, Michael Cohen, as a lying, discredited lowlife who is not listened to or given credibility by other prosecutorial offices and sentenced to 3 years in prison for lying under events unrelated to me. Much of the media reporting about the New York action against the 45 organization has relied on statements made by Cohen. Wow. How do you really feel, 45? Just don't hold back. These investigations have been going on for years, with members and associates of the 45 organization being viciously attacked, harassed, and threatened in order to say anything bad about the 45th President of the United States. This would include having to make up false stories. Numerous documents, all prepared by large and prestigious law and accounting firms, have been examined, and many hours of testimony have been taken from the many people, some of whom I have not seen in years, added 45. These Democrat offices are consumed with the political and partisan witch hunt at a time when crime is up big in New York City. Shootings are up 97%, murders are up 45%, a rate not seen in 40 years. And criminals are pouring into our country in record numbers from the now unprotected southern border, and people are fleeing New York as much to much safer locations to live, but the district attorney general and attorney general are possessed at an unprecedented level with destroying the political fortunes of 45 and the almost 75 million people who vied for him at the highest number ever received by a sitting president. Precisely, the wheels have just blown off the country since 45 hasn't been president. I mean, Sleepy Joe started signing all these executive orders, and he said before that to rule by executive order is a dictatorship. That's precisely what he's doing. He has made a complete mess of this country. That isn't astonishing. We knew that, but the time frame is. He has been in that office for just a few months, and look at everything. Just look at everything. There really just are no words. 45 declared this is what these investigations are all about, a continuation of the greatest political witch hunt in the history of the United States, working in conjunction with Washington. These Democrats want to silence and cancel millions of Vs because they don't want 45 to run again. As people are being killed on the sidewalks of New York at an unprecedented rate, as drugs and crime of all kinds are flowing through New York City at record levels, with absolutely nothing being done about it, all they care about is taking down 45. Once again, a very concise synopsis by the former president as to what is happening there. There's just lawlessness abounding. How can you have people rioting in cities without sending in the National Guard? I mean, that is pure and utter madness from any standpoint. I have built a great company, employed thousands of people, and all I do is get unfairly attacked and abused by a corrupt political system. It would be wonderful if the effort used against 45, who has lowered taxes and regulations, rebuilt our military, took care of our veterans, created Space Force, fixed our border, produced our vaccine in record-setting time, years ahead of what it was anticipated, and made our country great and respected again, and so much more would be focused on the ever more dangerous sidewalks and streets of New York. 45 concluded. If these prosecutors focused on real issues, crime would be obliterated, and New York would be great and free again. We're fighting for you, 45. We're doing everything we possibly can. This madness has to get sorted one way or the other. Well, I just wanted to bring you his reaction to being criminally charged. Thank you so much for coming along to my video. Please remember to like and to comment and to share and to subscribe. Thank you and God bless.